Hey everybody out there, this is Sonee Thompson with Sonee's Florida Sports Report. I am with the man of the hour in Florida, that is Keith Thurman, straight up off of a win against Carlos Quintana, a very decisive win. It was a knockout in the 4th round. We're going to cover all that and more. We're at the St. Pete Boxing Club. Thank you for having me, Keith.
Thank you for being here.
All right. So let's just start off. I know you said that you didn't think that I would have 30 minutes worth of questions, but I'm gonna fool ya. Let's start off with the old adage, experience is the best teacher. You seem to be way beyond your years and knowledge and experience. So what are the key experiences that you think that have molded you into the man that I see before me right now?
Well, it all has to do with starting in the sport at a very, very young age. I started boxing at 7 years old, so I got a good, solid 16 years in the game right now. Every year I keep learning and keep evolving. Early on they called me a power puncher. They see me move. They see me move around the ring now, so they know that I can box a little bit. But I got lots of tricks up my sleeve. I got a lot of tools in my bag, and I'm just gonna keep showing y'all every fight.
Do you think that it's the experiences with boxers, other boxers, or your coaching that has made the difference in who you are today, or a combination of both?
It's definitely a combination of both, because I remember back in the day when I had a few national titles under my belt as an amateur, and I was asking myself, I said, now why are you winning this tournament? There's plenty of great fighters out there. Everybody trains hard.
Sure.
Why are you coming out on top? And it made me realize that a lot of it had to do with my training. Having a good trainer behind you, someone who knows the game very well, knows what you need to do to win the fight. That helps out a lot.
101 amateur wins, 76 knockouts, am I right?
That's really close, yeah.
Under the tutelage of Ben Getty.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Ben Getty, to me, he was just like a blessing, a blessing in disguise, and honesty, because, the man was hard, he was tough, he was the best trainer I ever had, and, he's a rare soul, he put everything that he could into me since I was 7 years old till I was 20 years old when he passed away. I'm just truly grateful to him and everything that he did with me in my amateur and professional career. He really groomed me, he groomed me.
Right.
And sometimes, I'm not the only story in the world of boxing like this.
Sure.
Like I said, he was just a fantastic trainer. He had years and years of experience of the world of boxing underneath his belt, and I'm just grateful, and it's because of him that you were able to see the performance that you saw against Quintana.
What kind of a transition was that, going from Ben, now Dan was his second-hand man with you at that time, transition into Dan being the main man with regard to being in your corner and training you?
Well, I'm a man of faith. I believe that the Lord would not have took such a precious man away from me in my life at a critical moment in my life and career if the man did not already give me all the tools to be a world champion. So with that in my mind, I just, we just went right back to the drawing board, and we're just trying to accomplish the goals that he set out, with Dan Birmingham.
What's the biggest difference in Dan's hand and Ben's hand with you?
Just probably about, Dan's just really calm as a trainer. He's had world champions. He knows what it's like. He knows the world of boxing very well. And he just has a very calm approach to it, to where my previous trainer was a military man, and so he was more like a drill sergeant. He'd be in your ear, he kind of barking at you, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing something right, you can hear about it, And that's about it, but deep down, I always, at the end of the day, if I'm not training hard enough, I still hear that barking deep down, you can do a few more, rep it out, push it out, boy, this and that.
Not putting my training on the level with the pro boxer's training, but when I trained with Master Billy Blanks and getting my black belt, my kick was never good enough. And it kind of sounds like that's the tack that Ben took with you, that it was good enough, but he didn't want to let you know that because he wanted to push you past that limit. We can go to limits, but we're at our best when we go past our limits, I think. So do you feel that's a fair assessment in the same relationship you had with Ben, that it was never good enough, but it was because he wanted you to be the very best?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it always was. You know, because at the end of the day, or towards the end of training camp, you say that you had a great camp, you've been doing great this whole time, you know.
But you didn't hear it the whole camp.
You didn't hear it the whole camp, exactly.
Were you wanting to hear it, or you knew he was holding back, and you knew you had to just put your nose to the grindstones of the work?
Kind of, he pushed you in a way to where, you wanted to make him satisfied, and because, you thought you're doing good enough, like, he wants you to do better, so that just makes you want to do better, and it just was great work, it was great memories, and I have his words of wisdom in every punch that I throw.
And I'm sure you still talk to him.
Yeah.
Still talk to him. I want to skip out of boxing for a moment and talk about education. You're a high school dropout, and you have no shame about that game. How's your mom feel when you dropped out? Because I know you really respect Deborah, is it? I know you really respect your mom. So how did she react?
Well, at that time in my life, I didn't do really good with authority,
Okay.
I was really young, independent, and outspoken. I had a dream, I had a dream. I believe in my skills in the world of boxing. Mm-hmm. And at that time, dropping out of high school was giving me an opportunity to come earlier into the gym. And it was during the early hours that all the pros,
boxers were training.
Chef, Winky, everybody was training in those hours. So at a real early age, I got to get in that mix.
Absolutely.
That's really, really helped me. And she just ended up being supportive of me, She saw my
But was there a
passion.
flip out moment?
She kind of saw it coming. I'd
Okay.
skip a few days here and there.
You buttered the toast for a while.
I was bringing my grades down. Yeah, my mind was really focused. And, a lot of people came to me telling me, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like I told you, I'm a man of faith.
Right.
I believe that you have to believe to achieve. And I'm just one of those cases that was focused, saw something, and went for it.
So it had nothing to do with Clearwater High. It had nothing to do with traditional education, opening up a book. It was who Keith was. Keith said, this is not me, and I'm going to where I am.
Yeah, pretty much. I was smart for my age and everything. I could go ahead and I would have been able to complete high school, no problem. But to me, I guess I did have a small issue with the traditional schooling. Mm-hmm. And, you go to school, you go to college, you get a degree, to get a job, to bring money home back to your family. I was putting in work, here in the gym.
Right.
I saw the future of my job and how I was going to provide for my family.
A lot of people don't have that clarity at such a young age. So, honestly, I'm very impressed with the story because you're not budging off of who Keith Thurman inherently is. You follow the sky trail. And you're not to the top yet, but you're still following that sky trail. And I see you have a goal in mind. Now, one thing I want to ask you about, though, I read that Keith Thurman said that he wants to retire at 30.
At 30.
Have you told Al Payman about this?
I don't know. I don't think I brought it up in conversation yet. But if we keep doing what we're doing and moving up, if we can get the belt, if we can get a world-class belt in 2013, then to hold on to that belt or grab other belts in the process, at the age of 24, be champion, hold on to that for 6 years and retire.